on the train with you, but not as a driver. Good night, Leaky. Have a good one, sir. Right, fuel station's coming up. You said that iRacing is a monthly paid game. You get what you pay for, though. There are plenty of racing games, though, that are not paid for, that you can use. Okay, actually, I'm going to stay in the cab. I'm curious of to see. Oh, that needle won't go on you, will it? Hang on, let me fill it up. Well, if that's for AdBlue, then it's following the fill of the tank as well. So either it fills AdBlue at the same time, or that is the fuel. I don't know. It's hard to say. Finland, Nathan. Yeah, we're in Finland, mate. You know, I Squirrelsworth, but I don't know. Maybe a IA version for starters. Well, if you've never signed up for iRacing, then you can trial it for 3 months for $9 and see if you like it. But if you're just not, if you just don't want to pay monthly, then there's no point. Because at the end of the day, it's still a monthly game. Sim, sorry, not really a game, it's a sim. And you're going to have to shell out money for tracks and cars, so there is that as well. Tiddy, it's a chemical that basically acts on the emissions of diesel and reduces the kind of toxic substances. My car has AdBlue as well. There's an AdBlue tank on it. That's the cheeky bit, having to buy the cars on the track speaker. I don't think it's really cheeky. It's been like that from day one. It's not... I don't think they hide it. You know... I mean, I understand where you're coming from. You could say, well, if I'm paying to play online, then just let me access everything. But it's the eternal problem they have of how to pay for content, isn't it? So... the advantage is you only need to buy these things once. You know, if you buy your favourite GT3 car, you only ever need to buy it once. You don't need to buy it again and again and again. You buy it once and that's it. The tracks, they're slightly more annoying because, you know, if you want to do a whole season, you're going to have to... You get some of the tracks for free, but the rest you're going to have to buy if you want to race every week in the season. That's the downside of it. The tracks are the pain. But again, once you've managed to complete the set, then you don't need to pay for them anymore. So, it is a pain, but it's just the way it is, I'm afraid. Squirrel Reno, hashtag charity. 100 bits, thank you, Squirrel Reno. Ben GT, have a good night, have a good week. We're talking about iRacing. To get a photo of this truck and trailer. Gatwick V4. I don't think I have, no. What's that, X-Plane or P3D? Shop around a bit, you can get all the DLC from Assetto Corsa for 50-60 bucks, but not on Steam. Indeed, Mickey. I know, why not? Your truck looks like a crunchy bar. What? I thought a crunchy bar was more of a gold colour? If I remember right. Should drive an S-Class, Squirrel Class. Lol. Might try for 3 months. Yeah, I mean, you know, I think you can do, like, the rookie stuff you can definitely do. The Skip Barber, I seem to remember having to buy the Skippy car. And again, the tracks are the problem. If it's in crunchy colours with the trailer. On P3D, gotcha. The problem I have paying for the airports on like P3D is how often do you get your real money out of that? Once it's beyond default, once you've just got something that looks like that airport, like does it really matter if it's got all the silly details in it? You're going to take off out of it? You're more focused on your plane than you are on the airport. Just seems expensive for what you get, you know? How often are you going to take off and land from there? That noise is the retarder kicking in. Like, you know, say like an iRacing track, yeah? You pay for the track, and then you basically get to race and practice around it again and again and again and again. And it's a laser scan track, it's accurate. You get your money's worth out of it. You go around it very, very regularly. You buy an airport for P3D, you'll be lucky if you see it 12 times in a year, unless you're focused on taking off and landing out of there. It's not really value for money. Dave84, hello Paul. AD Blue is a liquid that sprays onto diesel and helps reduce emissions. On newer vehicles, mainly used on all newer buses and coaches and trucks, and also saves fuel as well as money. Well, like I say, it's on my diesel car, so yeah. Oh god! Apparently this is where we stop. Eek. You want to participate in the German sim racing group Audi TT RS Cup, but I could not match those guys' times. Yeah, once you start getting to the higher levels, you know, the people who play it a lot. Expensive, it's horrible without it. No, that's what I'm saying. Once you get past the default airport, yeah? Do you really... Like V4, as we were saying, if I've got V1 of that, or V2 of it, I suspect it's fine. Like, what am I going to benefit from upgrading to V4? You get more jetways. Okay, that's less frames. You get more detail. That's less frames. You get this entire terminal that didn't exist before. Well, yeah, it's worth buying, but that's unlikely. Yes, Johnny, the gates opening is a mod. Little bit of level 74. There we go. I need to get another many, many thousands of XP. 6,000 or something. It's going to be at least another 12 rides or so. James, hello Paul, just installed the FS Economy on X-Plane. How do I join Squirrel Airways? On the FS Economy website, you go to groups. I can't remember if we've got a forum post on this. You go to groups and then just search for Air Squirrel. And it'll be in the list. Just click on the groups, look down the list for Air Squirrel. Use Control F in your browser to find it. And click join. And then we'll get the application through, and then we approve it, and then you're in. Yeah, it is, yeah. Yep, I need to update my explain. Get flying again. Absolutely. How do I get to the rest point?
Welcome back.
Let's go to here, and then sleep and pick up a job. Did you see a basket of eggs on the passenger seat? No, you saw some knitting. I like that trailer. I love those high trailers. Italian DLC, it will be worth buying. I would have thought so, yeah. Pit TC, thanks for resume. The Italy DLC will be of the same high quality that you normally get. Heck, you've even got Mandelsoft from ProMods working on it now. It'll be worth the money. And then the version after, ProMods will require it, so you may as well get it. David Big Mac, good night, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Pit TC, oh yeah. 12 months, dude. Pit TC 12 months of remember to manually resub with Twitch Prime. You nailed it, bro. Thank you for the support. Enjoy the gold cap. 12 months of free sub, that's what that is. How many achievements have you got on ETS 2 as you're on level 74? Dave, I have no idea, but I honestly don't care about achievements. In any game, I don't care. I never have. So, I don't go chasing them. So even though I'm level 74, I probably don't have that many. Like, every now and again one will pop up and I'll be like, oh, okay. Rowan, have a good night. CCFC, thanks for the resume. The Volvo 99,000. Or the 9900. You like Calvin? That's sunset. I love these boxes, these sky boxes. Look at that. It's gorgeous. How do you keep your sub record with Twitch Prime, heading small? How do you keep your sub record? What do you mean exactly? Do you mean how to remember to sub? Is that what you mean? You just gotta, if that's what you mean, you just gotta use a calendar, like a Google Calendar or something. Just stick a recurring reminder in there. Like with these calendar apps, you can tell, you can have events that are recurring. So you just set one every month to remind you, say go and sub. That's what I do. It doesn't remind you, no. Twitch does not remind you to sub. It does on the paid-for version, it'll automatically resub for you, but on the Twitch Prime version, it does not remind you. You just quietly lose your sub. What happened to TMC? And nothing happened to it, I just haven't done one for a bit. Right, let's Let's go and find a job. Let's see. We are in Vassar. Chocolate. That goes up north a little bit. It's back where we came from. Back where we came from. Ooh, that goes north. Beverages. Oh yeah. Beverages. Canned pork. Going back where we came from. Roof tiles. Going back over into Sweden. Peanut butter. Back where we came from. Plastic film rolls. What the heck? Frozen hake. These things are crazy. Plums. More plums. Pears. Why are we taking plums and pears from Finland to Sweden? Containerized trees down the road. That's a brilliant job. Expires in 4 minutes. Look at that. Now, the chocolate doesn't go the right way, unfortunately, because about where we came from. I think I'll take this one that goes north. That one. Beverages. When people get 12 months from Twitch Prime, don't you automatically lose it straight away, or do you have to time it to resub? Heading small, it's the same every single month. There's no time limit on it at all. The way it works is, when your subscription expires, and it doesn't matter if you pay for it or it's Twitch Prime, when it expires, you have 30 days to resubscribe, either with Twitch Prime or paid, it doesn't matter. If you do not resubscribe within 30 days, then you lose all of the recurring months that you've built up, yeah? So if you've been subscribed for 13 months, and then you take a break for more than 30 days, when you come back, you'll be back on month 1. And you'll lose your loyalty badge. The loyalty badge is there for people who resubscribe every month. If you stop doing that for 1 month, you lose it and go back to the basement, basically, and start again. And it doesn't matter whether it's Prime or not. Prime is just a different way of paying for it, think it that way. They're both the same to me. The effect is the same for you, except either you pay for it or you do it via your Prime account. That's the only real difference. PJ, 2 months. Just noticed the button for my 2-month anniversary. Yay! Thank you, PJ. Do you have 1,000 hours in Euro Truck? I think I have about 1,300, something like that, in the Steam version. Do you know what the longest possible Prime sub is, Andy? Well, they only announced Prime at TwitchCon last year, so it's about 12 months is the current maximum, I think, for Prime. No, it's 30 days, Pit. Or 20. It might be 28 days. It might be 28. Don't quote me on it. If somebody can dig out a link that tells you exactly that, the definition, it's either 28 or 30 days. That's what the horn's like. That. Or that. Default one's like that. And the screamers. I like that. You're pretty sure it's 30 days? I can't remember. Well, there you go. It is. If you resubscribe within 30 days of your subscription expiring, you will see no break in your subscription streak anniversary. Yeah, it's 30. Thank you. You don't need a real life cat. We've just confirmed it. It's definitely 30. Jim Bob, I'm flying later this week, allegedly. I need to find some time to study my air law this week. I think we're going here. Or are we going there? I don't know. Actually, let's do a quick check. No, right. Left. Oops. 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 I like how you're face palming me. As if this is my fault. That's the first bug I've seen in that gate, to be honest. Assuming that's the gate mod doing that. That's the first bug I've seen. Invisible wall hype. And everybody's like, Squirrel, can't drive. Right, beverages. Let's have a look at the trailer. Eurolink. Can't believe you didn't see that invisible wall. Which trailer do we go for, I wonder? We're taking beverages. Well, we just did a double rigger. That's the thing. It's a Renault free zone. Is that what it is? Well, if we do double, it can't be DFDS. It has to be Eurolink.
Welcome back.
Which is another way of saying Euro goodies. Or we do that one. Let's do that one. Not on that trailer. Not IMG. Thank you for the resume. Now the question is the invisible wall going to be there on the way out as well? I suspect it will be. You're off to bed early. Alright. Mr. Mason, have a good one. Let's see if we can get out. I'm assuming we're going to hit this. This is a one-way invisible wall. Mind blown. Squirrel Logistics skin's a bit broken on the trailer. Yeah. It's very broken. What are you talking about? It's very broken on the trailer. I'm blaming Paulie's custom skins.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Who's that? Josh699. Thank you for subbing with Twitch Prime, Josh. Welcome to the house. Thank you for your support. Can we give Josh a nutty welcome? Yeah, but Lord Jerry, why would the gate mod, like, remove the wall and then not remove the wall? I don't get it. Why would it be inconsistent? We get to see a sunrise again, which is nice. Welsh Vader, thank you to resume. They won't allow Renaults in, but they let them leave. Well, how did they get in? Fixed trailer skin, it needs to be above the size little pack in the order. Yeah, that would make sense. I can't remember if it is though.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. The Welsh Vader, 3 months. Great content as always. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Vader. You need to organise a rescue operation on FS Economy. What do you mean? A rescue operation? Look at the moon up there. Rip gearbox. Decide to drive the day so people can see the map, just saying. Well, I'm just saying that it's 4 AM and in about 5 minutes of your time, your Earth minutes, it'll be daytime. Because I like sunrises. Just saying. Your Piper Pacer's run out of fuel, it's in the airfield, doesn't have any. Ah. So how are you going to get that out of there then? Surely you can pay to have it refueled or something. Rigger, from what I know, the new Scania will be in ETS. From what they said in the blog, I think they're talking later this year. That was the goal. That's still an objective, but it's not confirmed to be true or not. There's a number of hurdles they face. Obviously, one is getting the truck ready and tested, and then obviously number two is getting Scania to sign it off and say, yes, that truck is accurate. And getting any corporation to sign anything off is never easy because of layers of management. No, they said in spring they're building it, and they know it's at least 6 months to build a truck, at least. Scania S is internally tested already. Well, I guess they need to move for sign-off then. And then they've got to package it, put it as a DLC, externally test it, blah blah blah. No, the Volvo is a big unknown. The Volvo and ATS is, you know, was constructed when they built ATS and then never released because they can't get sign-off. I don't think they've got the right connections in Volvo US, which is different to Volvo EU. Playbuild, thank you for subbing with Prime. Welcome to Now's Playbuild. Thank you for your support and thanks for giving him a nutty welcome, guys. STS works really, really slowly. Yeah, they do. They work at their own pace, you know. You're driving very considerately for a Renault. you mean? Don't flash me. There you go. Does that rectify the problem, Smithy? Do you think they will have the new Scania T in the game, Lone Wolf? I suspect they will, but I wouldn't expect to see it this year. Maybe they'll pick that up as a project next year, who knows? It's ready when it's ready, absolutely. Have you seen the new VNL? Yeah, I have. I do like it in its art, yeah. It's nice. You quite like the interior? I'm not mad keen on it. It's okay. Yeah, somebody was asking a question about the Scania T Full Metal. Have you seen the new Mac? I don't think I have, no. Can't wait to finally see Rome the proper way in ETS. Yeah, it'd be nice being able to drive down to Italy. Definitely. They're bound to have put in some landmarks, aren't they? Like the Colosseum and stuff. Night driving is actually quite relaxing. It's nice and peaceful. PC, this game is only available on PC, the bones. It's not a console game. Sunday Night Trucking sponsored by Renault. Yes, I can see that happening. Fluffy clouds are appearing. Skybox is changing. Daylight is coming. It must have been 8 of your Earth minutes by now. Thanks. Well, I'm afraid it's been more than 5 minutes and it's just getting light. Yeah. But you can see what's going on. It's daylight. If it iRacing Movie Paul, would be nice to follow you along in the season, Beckel. Yeah, I mean, obviously I've done some races on the stream yesterday as well, so what you saw was only this week, but it's going to be fun. I'll try and do one each week, you know, so we can go through the 12-week season. Was a YouTube video for iRacing recorded? Tuesday or Wednesday? Might have been Wednesday. And then I was going to put it out earlier in the week and then dovetail turned around and said, "Here's Train Sim World Key." I was like, okay, that has priority. No, I'm not putting Transport Fever on YouTube. Oh my god, look at that mist. Wow, that looks really cool. Might grab a photo of that. Not always, Connor, no. Each season they kind of sometimes will bring in new tracks and drop other ones out. And they'll create the schedule for the whole thing for the season for 12 weeks. Yeah, the trailers are very shiny. Like, for example, because they brought in Snetterton track, I think they dropped that into the season's tracks. But you can look at, for the current season, you can go and look at the calendar and it'll tell you each week what the track is. So, you know, you can work out if you've got them all kind of thing. Or if you need to buy something. Or if you just want to practice and get ready for the following week.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Oh god. Who's that? Rich Adams, thank you for subbing. Can we give Rich Adams a nutty welcome, guys? Thank you for your support, Rich. Welcome to the Nut House. I can get FSX for £9 in the Humble Bundle sale. Is it worth getting? Nah. In my opinion, nope. Although, if you're just starting out, you can have a go of it, but it's not going to look anything like what you see, you know, when I fly. Which, if that doesn't disappoint you, go ahead and spend £9 and find out if you like flying. If it does, don't expect it to look good though for £9. You know, it's a very old platform. But, you know, you can find out if you like flying. If you can, you then want to move up. My advice though is not to buy a whole lot of stuff for FSX. Trying desperately not to hit that car. You can try the X-Plane demo. Yeah, you can. I think the demo runs for an hour or something before it quits. Can't remember now. X-Plane or P3D after that. That's always the question. It's always the question. X-Plane or P3D. Smithy, 88. Thank you for subbing, Smithy. Double sub hype. Can we give Smithy a nutty welcome as well? Thank you for your support, Smithy. Well, X-Plane 11 is a good platform. The advantage is you can get a lot of stuff for free on X-Plane 11. X-Plane has like an online org where you can download airports for free. You can generate your own scenery for free. It's pretty cool. Flying Manticore, thank you for the resume. I thought it said Jeff Bridges then. It says Jeff de Bruges. I was like, what? How has Jeff Bridges got a trailer? When you zoom in, is that a mod on the interior? This? No, you just map a hotkey. In the controls. There's a... Under the camera section of controls, you can map zoom key to a button. I'll just press shift. Mostly because shift is easy to find. Like, when I'm driving, with my left hand I can reach over, I can very, very easily find the bottom left corner of my keyboard, the control key, and just up from that is shift, so it's like super easy to find. Or you could just map a button on your wheel if you've got one.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Another one? Riggerhiss. Riggerhiss. Thank you for subbing and welcome to the house. Can we give Rigger a lovely welcome as well? Appreciate the support, guys. Thank you for the sub. I think I like about X-Plane 11 is that the airplane, everything is clickable. Well, not only that, James, you actually get some pretty decent aircraft for free inside X-Plane 11. They're not rubbish implementations, you know? I said Riss. I didn't say hiss, I said Riss. You're not willing to pay for the jump to X-Plane 11 yet? No, I don't think you should, Jim Bob. You need to find out if you like it first. But you can try the X-Plane 11 demo, which will let you fly for 1 hour at a time, I think. Something like that, I can't remember. The good thing about the demo as well is you can find out if it will perform on your system. Are you learning to fly a real plane or a simulator? A real one. I've done about 10, 11 hours now, I think. Which doesn't sound like much, but it's amazing what you can learn in those hours. When you've got an instructor there, it's amazing what you get to learn. Right, yeah, we're doing takeoff and landing circuit work last. Next up is learning some emergency procedures, and then I've got to do solo takeoffs and landings, and then after that it's onto the cross-country stuff. Which is where the fun really begins. Like flying to other airfields. And then at some point we'll be doing the flight into Stansted. Not Stansted, Southend. So you're basically piling in there into Class Bravo airspace with other 737s. Lol. In your little Robin. Yeah, talking to Class Bravo ATC for the first time, that's going to be fun. When you solo initially, are you really alone in the plane? No, Leanna. Solo is exactly what it says on the tin. You are solo. You're on your own in the plane. Normally what happens is you'll do a few circuits with the instructor, and when he thinks you're ready, he'll say, okay, you ready for your solo? He'll jump out, and then you fly solo. You do some circuits. Have you ordered your VATSIM pilot ID card? What the heck is that, James? Yeah, I want to get the GoPro sorted, Barry. I took a GoPro with me on the last one, but I positioned the camera badly, so all you could see was like mostly the back of my head, which is just not what you want to see. So I need to figure that one out. The problem is that, like, generally speaking, this is how it goes. You go over to do all the pre-flight checks on the plane, and just about when you get inside the aircraft, he'll basically look through the window. When he sees you get inside the aircraft, that's when he'll start heading out. So you have very little time between doing all the checks on the plane, sitting down, and then trying to figure out the right position for a camera before he's there. And, you know, he wants to get going. He doesn't care that you want to stick a camera on the thing and get it in the right position. It's like, let's go. I've got another student in the next hour. So it's a bit of a rush job to put the camera up, and I got it wrong. Yeah, he literally jumps out. That's what he does. So you're flying the circuit, and then he just puts the backpack on, and he says, "See you later," and he just jumps out. That's what he does. Parachutes back in, leaves you to it. That's how it's been done for decades. I don't see why that should change. Lessons are expensive. Yeah, you're looking at about £140 an hour for an instruction lesson. If you take a plane up without instruction, it's about 110. So it's not cheap. But that is literally pay as you go. You know, that includes fuel, everything. POV camera head strap. Difficult. You've got your headset on and everything like that. You don't want this big thing just sticking up here like a Dalek. Plus you want a more stable viewpoint. You don't want this kind of looking around viewpoint, really. Dave Matesville, Southend Airport, also home of the Stobart Plane Taxis Airport site, trucks for waste and water, etc. It is indeed. It's actually owned by Stobart Group. They bought it quite a few years ago. No, James, it doesn't. What happens is you're doing circuits, you land, and then he gets out, and then you take off. No, fuel's not cheap. That's the thing. Full metal fuel is not cheap. They've got maintenance on those aircraft, you know. There's a lot to it. How much is the exam? I think they're normally about £12 per exam, and you've got 9 to do. And then there's the final check ride, which is a 2 or 3 hour flight, so that's going to cost a few quid. And you have me in the back holding the green screen Pringle. Will you upload the Sunday Night Trucking pictures to Facebook when you have time? I will, Audi. I've got loads of them to go through as well, that's the problem. I need to figure out the rubbish ones and get rid of them. How many insurance forms do you have to sign, Nathan? I don't know. I'll let you know. Jesus, thank you for 3 months. Gemini. Happy flying out there. Thank you very much, Gemini. Thank you for the bits. It's a very pretty lake. Very big lake. Have you got aviators? Are you talking about the sunglasses, Beaker? If you are, yes. Well, not actually, they're not quite an aviator style. They're actually Ray-Bans. But once the training's done, and I can basically fly, you know, to more interesting places and take the GoPros and actually have proper time to set them up. It's going to be a lot of fun. Be able to make some nice videos, I reckon. Like, they do a fly-out session to the Isle of Wight. They do it up to Norwich. Wales, I think they do. Maybe Devon. They do day trips pretty much every month, and you can just sign up to them. And what you can do is you can find somebody to fly with, and then you can fly one leg, they fly the other leg, and you split the cost. So it, you know, it makes it a lot cheaper as well. Now Tenerife's a bit far, dude. Squirrel's Airline Tours. Fly through the Mac Loop. What a little Robin. I don't think, I don't know, you'd have to get permission when you want to go through there because it is a military training zone. Pretty certain you'd have to get ATC permission. You don't want some tornado flying down there. I kind of quite fancy flying back up to somewhere like Liverpool, like flying into John Lennon. That could be fun. And take a car down to my brother's in St Helens, but like, right, gonna come for a quick flight. David84, have you seen that documentary show with the staff of EasyJet training to become pilots as they're surprised how many female pilots are out there? Yes, I have. Although, I've only seen 2 episodes and I've not seen any since, so I don't know what's going on. No, Speedbird, my target for my PPL is next year at some point. I'm not in a huge rush to do it. I'm just going to go at my own pace and do my videos and streams and just not stress myself out too much. I've already got enough on my plate without piling too much on top. So I'm just doing it at my own pace.